The subtle art of not giving a fuck. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. The subtle art of not giving a fuck argues that individuals should seek to find meaning through what they find to be important and only engage in values that they can control. When you desire things you don't have and eventually can get them, you'll start to enjoy other things. It's a never-ending dissatisfaction. Mark says, the key to a good life is not giving a fuck about more, it's giving a fuck about less, giving a fuck about what only is true and immediate and important. Quotations. You and everyone you know are going to be dead soon. And in the short amount of time between here and there, you have a limited amount of fucks to give. Very few, in fact. And if you go around giving a fuck about everything and everyone without conscious thought or choice, well, then you're going to get fucked. The desire for more positive experience is itself a negative experience. And, paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative experience is itself a positive experience. Page 9. Unhealthy love is based on two people trying to escape their problems through their emotions for each other. In other words, they're using each other as an escape. Healthy love is based on two people acknowledging and addressing their own problems with each other's support. To be happy we need something to solve. Happiness is therefore a form of action. This is the most simple and basic component of life. Our struggles determine our successes. Our crisis is no longer material, it's existential, it's spiritual. We have so much fucking stuff and so many opportunities that we don't even know what to give a fuck about anymore. Don't just sit there. Do something. The answers will follow. Maturity is what happens when one learns to only give a fuck about what's truly fuck-worthy. As the more something threatens your identity, the more you will avoid it. Being wrong opens us up to the possibility of change. Being wrong brings the opportunity for growth. Don't hope for a life without problems, the panda said. There's no such thing. Instead, hope for a life full of good problems. If you're stuck on a problem, don't sit there and think about it, just start working on it. Even if you don't know what you're doing, the simple act of working on it will eventually cause the right ideas to show up in your head. Decision-making based on emotional intuition, without the aid of reason to keep it in line, pretty much always sucks. You know who bases their entire lives on their emotions? 3-year-old kids. And dogs. You know what else 3-year-olds and dogs do? Shit on the carpet. Being open with your insecurities paradoxically makes you more confident and charismatic around others. The pain of honest confrontation is what generates the greatest trust and respect in your relationships. Suffering through your fears and anxieties is what allows you to build courage and perseverance. Seriously. Travel is a fantastic self-development tool, because it extricates you from the values of your culture and shows you that another society can live with entirely different values and still function and not hate themselves. This exposure to different cultural values and metrics then forces you to re-examine what seems obvious in your own life and to consider that perhaps it's not necessarily the best way to live.